So this part, sometimes I hate it, sometimes I love it. You let me know. So today's project, I gotta clean out this garage. I mean, it is a huge mess and a disaster. And what it is that a lot of the times I get stuff gets mailed in, I get projects that I just don't have time to, and this table just kind of becomes the catch-all. So this table just has everything that I just say, I'll get to it later, and then later becomes later, and then it becomes now, and then I have to do something about it. So this is my table, and I got a lot of heat for this table a while back ago because I built the computer. It was about $4,000 when the 4090 came out and the 14900K, and people were just really offended about the fact that I put such an expensive computer on such a dingy table. But folks, it's a good table. Number one, it's free, and number two, I do keep it clean. So yes, I do keep this clean, but still, I get it. It's pretty rough. So today, I'm gonna take you guys with me as we go through and clean the garage. Now, one of the biggest issues I have is that I don't keep a good inventory of what I have, and then I just don't write things down like I should. So I have stuff that I don't know I have, and then you go out and you buy like an extra adapter or something, and then you realize, oh yeah, I had 2 of those from the last time I forgot I had it. So I need to do better with that. And then the other thing too is I need to organize my projects that I want to do for the channel, and then also builds, because I do flip PCs on the side, and then I also do repairs, but then, you know, I just kind of forget what I'm working on. So I do have this whiteboard. I'm sure you've seen it in the background, and I'm actually doing better at trying to stay on top of it. So I got notated for the auto channel up here, and tech garage videos, and my to-do list. Yeah, need to work on all of that. So I guess the only thing to do is just to get started and just stop procrastinating. No bueno. So I guess the best way to get started is with the bench. Yeah, I've just been throwing stuff on here. So the weather's been cold, and that's another reason why I haven't been motivated to do this. It's been 20 degrees Fahrenheit in the garage, and I'll put the Celsius numbers up there. But yeah, the tires are going flat because of the cold, so you know, just have to pump some air into it. So we need to at least start with getting that put away. And for those of you who are into cars, or that just like, you know, keep stuff to kind of do the DIY stuff, this Milwaukee tire air inflator works really good, but just don't use these Mickey Mouse batteries. They don't work too well for this. You need something a lot more, the upgraded one. There's one that's better, so just kind of keep that in mind, but at least we can get this out of here. All right, we cleaned something. And then like every time I get some type of stuff, or, you know, I always end up with these cleaner towels for that. So we got to find a home for that. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but not there. Let's dive into this. This is another project that's coming up. Really cool 8-bit graphics card. So if you're familiar with the company 8-bit, back in the day, yeah. So there'll be a video coming up on that graphics card, and also a really cool 8-bit homage bill, if I may. But let's get this put away. Now going back to like I was talking about, I don't keep inventory of everything, so I got a lot of like duplicates and triplicates of cables, and I just use this old Asus motherboard box. So if you have a motherboard box, this is a great suggestion. Use them for storage for cables. That's what I use them for, just kind of holding on to stuff like that. So I need to see what other cables I have that I need to throw in here and forget about and just buy more later. Yep, that makes sense. Now this is an old toolbox, or a cart. It was thrown out. My dad found it, and we just, you know, hooked it up, put some screws on it. Good as new. But as you can see, it's just a plethora of disaster for, yeah, cables. Great. Now this is for, I think this is SATA. I don't know what power supply it's for, and honestly, we're gonna play it safe and we're just gonna toss this. I'd rather spend $5 on another cable for a power supply that I know what it is than gamble with that. Some of them do have markings, so you can kind of trace it down, but that one doesn't. I got a bag full of thermal paste. Yeah. And a lot of the stuff just needs to go in the trash. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know what these are. Yep. Thermal glue? Sure. this might come in handy because my main rig doesn't have enough of these. So we're gonna put that in the, you know, save it for later pile. This needs to go into a place where, you know, I keep all my testing tools. This is so you can plug in a SATA drive to it. Works out really good. And like I said, this is, you know, you start a whole bunch of projects, you run out of time, and just kind of throw things in here, which has not been ideal. These cables are gonna go up in the box where I'll forget about it and then reorder them later. So you know how that goes. These screws, I don't even know where half this stuff goes, to be honest with you. But I think at this point, I'm gonna be throwing most of this junk out. So let me go through it and we'll see how it comes out. And just like that, looks a lot better. So now this needs to go with my fans. I actually have a box just for that. Keep this right over here. There's like this store that they just get rid of stuff real cheap. These were like 10 cents. Picked up a bunch of these and I just kind of, you know, cables. Well, mostly charging cables, you know, USB-C and all that other type of good stuff over here. These need to go with, this probably go in there. Just throw that stuff there, but for the most part, looks a lot better, cleaner. I can sleep at night. Now I got this other drawer where I've just been stuffing things in there and I don't even know what's in here. Ooh, what is this? Oh wow, it's 10:30. Forgot I had that. So that's gonna go in this box. I have a box just for graphics cards. What is this one? Wow, chunker. This is an RX 580. This is another thing I need to do. So this graphics card actually has a mining BIOS on it. So I need to flash that to a regular BIOS and this card would work perfectly. One of the reasons why I got it cheap. I think I paid $10 for it. But when you hook it up to mine, it does what it's supposed to do. And then I went ahead and read the BIOS and it shows that, you know, it doesn't have the traditional BIOS. So we'll flash that to normal. And this will be another good card to put in a budget build. SATA cables, let's just throw that somewhere. It's probably gonna go in that other box. What is this? HDMI, that's another box. This comes in really handy, you know, power button, all that good stuff. Don't know what this is for, so we're just gonna toss it. And I think that's gonna be the way to kind of do this. Is just, if I'm not sure what it is, just go ahead and let it go. This is a thermal pad, so we'll pop that up here. These gotta go somewhere. And I'm just gonna create a bigger mess somewhere else, just so I could go ahead and clean that mess. So, you know, the cycle continues. What is this? This is another 1030. All right, all right. Honestly, folks, 1030s come in handy. If you're testing computers, you know, motherboards, all that type of stuff, that's like the perfect one to have. No supplemental power, so you see a 1030 like dirt cheap, pick it up. These are mechanical drives. I try to keep that up. I think this is an adapter for, not sure, but we'll have to move that. Power supply tester, that's gonna go in my testing stuff up here. And a bunch of mechanical drives and everything, so I'll keep going through this. All right, so we're looking a lot better, more room. Found some stuff, have an extra mouse. Does it have? Yep, does have the little USB thing, so that is good. It's good to keep stuff like this around, you never know. So I think I'm gonna keep this mostly for tools that I use because I have an IDE to SATA adapter. This is some thermal pads for a 1080 Ti. A bunch of you guys recommended this stuff and apparently it's supposed to be pretty good. There'll be a video on that. PCIe to M.2. And another thing too, folks, a Sharpie is your best friend. I mean, label your stuff. You put the names on the boxes, you know what you're looking for, but power supply tester, this is an adapter for laptops, like a universal one. More drive testing, thermal paste, thermal pads. So Yep, that's what that's going to be for. This one has a bunch of drives. An old Nintendo Switch that I did try to fix and I botched. Yeah, still working on those type of skills, but at least I got this more or less set for what I'm going to be using it for, so that's a good thing. So now let's move this stuff over here. I guess let's pop this open. So this is kind of my go box, just more miscellaneous tools and stuff like that. Like this antenna will go here, that'll be perfect. A bunch of these adapters. These things come in handy as extenders or if you're trying to splice something, so I definitely like to keep these on hand. Jumpers for power supplies. I mean, just a whole bunch of different stuff. Yep, just stuff like that. More tools, toothbrushes. Folks, your old toothbrushes, all you got to do is just keep them. These work really great for cleaning. Keep your old toothbrushes. I mean, of course, you know, disinfect them and all that stuff, but that's what I keep them for. And just extra miscellaneous stuff. IO covers. I'm actually doing better at keeping IO covers because, yeah, I'm pretty bad at not doing that. So I think I'm good with what's in here. That's in there. We'll move that fan over here. So, all right, we're good there. And we're just gonna put everything on the table because that makes more sense. And now for these cards and everything, we gotta move them into that box. So let's put these more on the table. That table is just, it's getting worse. I'm trying to clean, but I'm making that table worse. That makes no sense. But I think you gotta like make a mess to kind of clean up. I guess that's how it works. And forgive me if you keep hearing the sniffles. Like I said, it's pretty cold in the garage. Now we gotta get back into here. These are a whole bunch of extra graphics cards that I just haven't figured out what to do with them. 760. I think there's like 760s and 780s, customer trade-ins, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. I mean, I just take them. You just never know. And I'm actually going to be doing a video just going over like how minimum of a spec PC can we build where we can still play some good games on that. So stay tuned for that. 1080 Ti. This one is a 2070. A Quadro, which I don't know why I'm still keeping that one. And this is a Lightning 7970. Still a cool card, MSI. There is a video on it. It will be out. I don't know exactly the order of the video, but yeah, that's what we got for there. And honestly, these graphics cards, we're just going to put them just like so. They'll be fine. And I probably do got to get a bigger box because I got more graphics cards, but that's okay. That's okay. So now, camera stand, let's just kind of hang it up somewhere around here. You probably won't see it on the camera, but know that I'm hanging it. And this could go up here with the tools. Now I keep a small kit just like this. You just, mostly for automotive stuff, but I mean, this stuff is worth its weight in gold. It was Cobalt, $20, and instead of lugging around your whole toolbox, if I could close it, you just use this. All right, we're making progress. I like it. So now this. It was cleaner before I started cleaning that area, so I need to go through this. So first things first, put this away. This is covered in oil because I did an oil change the other day. But let's kind of move this stuff around. Get this out of here. These things make me so nervous because, you know, you just trying to find a place for them, and then if you're not careful, they just drop, and that's definitely a bad day. More of these bags, which maybe it's time to purge. I gotta bring that inside. We'll just put it on that side over there. Now let's move this back over here. Fuel pressure tester, because lately the old tech truck is, you know, kind of missing on idle, giving me a hard start, so I need to find out if I need a fuel pump. I gotta put this thing up, and it's all the way up there. So let's see if we could, let's see if I could get it in the box. Nice. All right, doing pretty good. Let's bring you guys in and just show you the rest of the mess. I think before I start cleaning that, I need to go ahead and just get this thing squared away. So I mostly put my cables back in here. That should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up there. So I'll kind of show you that. Let's get it right here. Let's put this up here. I do got to go through all this stuff up here, and I've never really showed it, but I got more fans. I think I got a motherboard up here. I got a bunch of stuff up here. I actually have a complete system sitting up there that I need to work on. So yeah, little behind, little behind. This guy, I need to put it with the other 8-bit stuff. That's that graphics card, so let's do that. As far as that, let's grab a box. Now this is a box I keep just for graphics card cables, power cables, HDMIs, just, you know, those type of cables. So that should fit perfectly over there. Let's turn the light on over here. And I need to deal with this corner. This is kind of another one of those corners where I just throw things there and forget about it. Yeah, I know, pretty bad. So a bunch of cheap thermal paste comes in handy. We'll put it in that other cabinet, in the red cabinet. iFixit screwdriver. Yep, pretty bad at not putting things away. I think it's just going to be best just to bring all this stuff down and go through it. Pop this in, just like so. And I think another reason why this mess has gotten so bad is because it's been cold in the garage, so I've just been more in a rush just to be done and not clean up. Pretty bad, but it happens. Dirty Q-tip. Just take that. Another precision screwdriver set. Another one. This company sent it to me. Works out pretty good. It's one of those, you know, automatic types. They put it in there and it goes zzz, 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 zzz. Pretty decent. Just got to get used to using it. SD card reader. And I don't know what's on this USB thumb drive, so that's great. I'll just put that over there. This could go into garbage. USB-C cables could go right over here. More garbage. And this is the other problem you run into, these remotes. So I like to use the external RGB without the addressable and all that pin and software type stuff. But then I forget what remotes go to what. That's great. I think I'm going to keep the iFixit toolkit back up there because that's something I commonly use more. These, I'll probably just bring them to my shed and, well, you know, store them. This is pretty cool. So I have the Tech Garage channel, and the company Top Don send me this thing. This thing is fantastic. Code reader for your cards. Definitely check them out. Pretty awesome. And while you're at it, check out DLM Garage. Shameless plug, I know. All right, looks a lot better. Pretty good with it. So now this is something I do every time I work on a computer because just, you know, I work on computer stuff and car stuff on here. Take the old isopropyl alcohol. You'll clean up any grease and grime or anything like that. Spray it down and just wipe everything off, you know. Try to keep everything as sanitary as I can. Prevent contaminations, you know, all that good stuff. See what I mean? Yeah, it's been a while since I've cleaned. But usually I do this after every project. Now to tackle this stuff. So a lot of this stuff is just, yeah, stuff I got to work on. So this is the Cooler Master. I forget what case this is. Is it in the paperwork? Oh yeah, Masterbox Q300L. And I think I'm actually going to put a, I got an HP Omen PC that I'm doing a case swap, so that's going to go in there. There'll be a video on that. So I think that's fine the way it is there. I have this gallon, gallon of water, and I keep forgetting about it, so I need to bring that in the house so I can stay hydrated and drink it. Yeah, making a lot of space. Tons of these bags. So I try not to throw away Ziploc bags because number one, they're expensive, and number two, they come in handy for like storing stuff. But the problem is that my collection becomes out of control. So we're just gonna throw this in here, consolidate it. And I gotta find a place to put these things. And so I'm ready to use them. There we go. Made it smaller. And more of these bags. We're just gonna fold them up. I like to keep these bags because I get a lot of loose motherboards that I don't get to use a lot. Well, I don't get around to using them right away. So considering the garage and how dirty it is, this is a good way to kind of keep all that stuff nice and clean. Because the garage gets dirty. I do my best to keep it clean. But sometimes, you know, life gets the better of you. This is broken, so we're already making space and delete. Be quiet screwdriver, we'll put that on the bench. I think I'll start on this end over here. So these need to go with my little water cooling stuff. This was a Christmas gift from my bro, greatly appreciate it. Good for cloning drives. So I like it. Pull to eject. Ejecto-cedo, cuz my dad gave me this, and I used to keep it on my key ring for my work vehicle. So that's pretty cool. We'll hang it up somewhere. Bungee straps, the cross, tire inflator. I gotta do some caulking inside the house, so yes. Let's pop this over here. We're actually gonna go through this stuff because I need to organize all this stuff that's come in recently. I'm gonna move these computers out of the way. I'm just gonna slide them honestly down right over here at the edge. Especially this glass one, we're just gonna put it right at the edge, unstable, because that just makes sense and that's the smart thing to do. So going back to labeling things, forgot I had this. Whole bunch of water cooling stuff. So we'll put these fittings in here. This is from one of those computers that I picked up that had like complete water cooling monsters. And we were able to flip the parts, make some dollars for it. But then I keep some of this stuff for just testing, because every now and then you get like a graphics card that somebody water cooled on it. They can't sell it off for what they want, so they sell it dirt cheap because, you know, if you're gonna buy a water cooled graphics card, you have to have like everything with it. So we're just gonna label this water cooling. And if you get one of those graphics cards, you need a way to test them. And then typically what I'll do is I'll get on eBay, and I'll show you actually one of the videos getting ready to come up soon, is that I'll find a broken version of it or the air cooler for like dirt cheap, pop it on there. You have a good graphics card. Well, depending on the graphics card you got. Then we'll just put it WC. All right. So I'm actually grabbing the stuff from a shelf, actually right behind you. And just going through it and seeing what should I keep and not keep. I bought this keyboard at Micro Center a couple of weeks ago. I love it. It's been great. ROG Strix Scope 2 96 X901. There we go, 96 wireless. Keep that, but I think all this other stuff I'm not gonna need, so that's fine. Of course, they give you their stickers. I'll probably give it to the little human I'm responsible for so she could, you know, just put it all over her room and stuff. Some tools. An adapter for USB-C. Sure. But we're gonna toss this box. So I decided to put the stickers up here. Got a bit of a sticker collection going on just from different things that I buy. So the little human has way too many stickers, and I don't have enough over here. So if you guys want to send me a sticker, email me, dlmtechgarage@gmail.com, and I'll gladly put a sticker up here. Now it has to be classy and tasteful, folks. This is a family channel, so I don't want nothing, you know, offensive or anything like that. So moving on. This is cool. I forgot I put this in here. Folks, it's a Toy Story, guys. So my kid was big into Toy Story a while back when I think like 2, 3 years old. Now she's a lot older now. And I can't get rid of these toys. These toys are flipping awesome. So I just put them in a box and they're just gonna hang out and chill. You know, we had the whole Woody and Buzz and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I can't get rid of those toys. Too much sentimental memories, good pictures with them. And after watching the movie, you know, I don't like what happens to old toys. It was kind of sad. Bit of a tearjerker. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's start with this. This is a RS Game power supply. I don't think I've even opened this up yet. Yep, need this for a cheap build that I got going on, so yeah. So that's gonna stay on the bench. Let's go through these. So now these are, and I think it's this one also as well. Yep. These are 980s, and you're probably saying, why are you dealing with 980s? Well, number one, you know, we're a budget tech channel, and this card works pretty good. And number two, these are presumed to be broken, and I got them real cheap. I want to say like $20 on eBay. So on one of the water cooling builds videos that I did, well, I didn't do water cooling, but one of the systems that I picked up, it was a complete water cooling system in a Case Labs case. And had two 980s with complete water blocks. Well, I was able to sell the water blocks, and I flipped the Case Lab case and the X99 system. Did pretty well on that. But long story short, I couldn't get rid of those cards because they worked fantastic. So I got these for $20, which I think a 980 in working conditions is about $40 to $60. So we're still doing good. These are presumed not to be working. And let's open this one up. And the seller who sent this one, he did a fantastic job. I mean, he really packaged this well for a card that's presumed to be not working. Man, this is like it's almost brand new. Well, come on. There we go. So yeah, and those two cards, I don't have the coolers or the mount or anything for them, but for $20, I could pop those, get those cards working, put them together, put them in some builds, and it helps for the flip. Like I said, I didn't really want to get rid of those cards. And that's the issue you run into with water cooling, is that once you're done with it, if you don't have the original cooler, you're very limited on what you can do with it. I mean, you can sell it on eBay, and I'm sure somebody who's, you know, into that type of thing will pick it up. But other than that, this is an option. So these were like $20 each, $40. I'll be able to get those two cards working. We'll be able to put them in a build. They'll work out good. But the interesting thing is that actually about a month or two ago, I picked up a 980 on eBay that was presumed to be faulty, not working, and it ran perfect. It ran perfect. So instead of cannibalizing that card, we just put it in a build. So we'll definitely test these. We'll see what exactly it's doing or not doing, and then we'll be able to use them. So stay tuned for that. This one was sent by a viewer. A viewer reached out to me, and he has this 3050, and he says that it keeps crashing. That it boots, it gives a video, but then when he goes to play a game or load on it, it keeps crashing. He tried tinkering with it and trying to see what was wrong with it. He gave up on it. So I told him, I said, send it, and you know, we'll see what I can do and not do. But yeah, MSI 3050, still a good card. This is going to be a separate video on that one. And just kind of looking at it, I mean, it doesn't look like he opened it up. So I don't know. It could be thermals. It could be the card is shorted. It could be a whole bunch of things. So, yep. Let's just mark that 3050. And what do we got in here? This was sent in by another viewer, so I believe probably this is a RX 6600 and an RX 580. And if I remember correctly, this was also sent in by a viewer. Well, it was sent in by a viewer. And the story behind these two is that they were working fine. He put them in a system. One stopped working. He put in the same system. The other one stopped working. He tried in different systems. They both didn't work. And then on those systems, he popped another graphics card. System runs fine. So not exactly sure what's wrong with it. from the looks like, it doesn't look like it's been taken apart. I don't remember if he said it had a post or not, or a display. So that's going to be another fun project. A lot of viewers have been reaching out to me lately, offering me some of their hardware that they don't want or is broken. So if you want to just donate some of your stuff to the channel, reach out to me, dlmtechgarage@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to tinker it, do a video, and it'd be greatly appreciated. All right, so let's go ahead and line this up. The same thing with this. This one is actually, is it coming out in the camera? Can you see it? My camera skills have probably been bad lately. There we go. This one is actually an awesome deal, and I'm going to talk about this later. It's going to be a dedicated video. You're not going to believe what I paid for it and why I paid as much as I did for it. And yeah, it's pretty decently spec'd. So this one is awesome deal. Very excited for this one. Let's keep this power supply up here. The master box could go right over there. Garage is clean. I'm ready to work. Now I still got some other stuff that I got to clean, and I'll do off camera, and anything that's related to the automotive stuff, I'll do it on my other channel, DLM Garage. But I think we're looking good. Let me check. I'll turn the camera on if there's anything else I need to organize. So I got to looking, and I forgot about all that stuff up there. So a lot of that stuff is more oddities and I don't know, stuff I just haven't figured out if I'm going to toss it or not. I know the Amazon box, the skinny one next to the Noxura fan, kind of in the middle over there, that has a bunch of older graphics cards. And I'm talking about old one, 2 gig flavors on that. So yeah, I don't know what's in the Brunswick box. I think, actually, now that I think about it, I think that's a box of DDR3 memory that a viewer has sent me. So I got a ton of DDR3, which is okay, still pretty good to have. Some of it's really cool, and I got to bring it out and just showcase it. Yeah, so let me bring some of this stuff down and let's go through it together. There we go. Yep. This could stay up here. Let's bring this down. I don't even know what's in this one. What in the world? Okay. Yep, that's the DDR3 and 2 box. And holy bananas. This is heavy. Whoa. Well, there went that cooler. That was not smart. Not smart, not smart. I probably just ruined a really good cooler. Oh, it's total. I'm gonna show you guys that in just a sec. Man. It's kind of unfortunate. Looking at it, it just looks like the fins got bent down, so I might be able to bring it around. I'll still hold on to it. We'll test it. I don't think the pipe got damaged, so if the pipe didn't get damaged, we'll be good. But, oh man, it's a really good cooler. So things have progressively escalated. I've done some consolidation, which is good. I got a project all up in that little box, which I'm very happy about. But then I'm going into this stuff, and I'm like, do I get rid of it? Do I keep it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I mean, look, folks, I got floppy cables, a floppy drive. I mean, stuff I've forgotten that I've had for years, a serial mouse, you know, the inserts for the cases. Yeah. A fan cooler, which I think that's still going to be part of another project. So that might be useful. And then this that I just can't seem to get rid of because I just think it's the coolest thing in the world. I don't want to take it out too much, but well, to me, it's kind of cool. It's an old EVGA Enforce motherboard. I actually did a video on it. Yeah, it's a Xeon on it, DDR2. Still pretty cool, pretty cool. And then I got these boxes that I found over here, which this also has more junk that I don't need. What's in it? Besides a DVD-ROM. Oh, man. My Max Payne game. Love that game. The Fall of Max Payne. And then IDE cables, more IDE drives. What is this? An adapter that I guess I bought for some reason, but oh my gosh, there's just a lot of stuff that I need to go through. So I guess now's the time to do it. I mean, you can't make room for new stuff if you don't get rid of the old stuff. I guess that's how the saying goes. And then I'm even going through this. There's some of this stuff that I'm like, I probably just need to get rid of it. So I'm going to keep tackling that, and then when we come back, I'll show you if I made any headway. So I went ahead and made the hoarding decision and got rid of some of the stuff and kept other stuff, because it's one of those things that you might need it later, you never know, and I know that's kind of the hoarding mentality, but I did purge a bunch of stuff, but I still have a bunch of that stuff in that clear box of old hardware. Some of it's just pretty cool, and one I did find that I forgot, I've had this for a while, Creative Infra 60. This is a cool like CD, DVD. Is this a DVD? No, I think this is just a CD player, but still pretty cool. Definitely not getting rid of that. So we're just gonna pop that in with this stuff right over here, just to take up space that, you know, I probably need for something else. But anyways, other than that, looks a lot better. Labeled all the boxes, OnlyFans, old GPUs, PWM, my 8-bit project, CPU coolers. So at least when I look up there, I know exactly what I'm looking at. Up here looks a lot better. So we're checking boxes, and boxes are good. But other than that, I think I've achieved my goals. So got the fractal node case over there, got those 2 hard drive caddies from cases I don't even have anymore, so I'll end up tossing those. A monitor that's gonna go with one of these computers I will be flipping pretty soon. And all those other guys up there, they're just old case and projects that I've just forgotten about, but I will start working on that. And I'll go over the rest of this stuff off camera, but for the most part, I'm done. So I'm excited. I feel like I could work in here, minus the freezing cold, but at least I know what I got. I was able to purge. I guess that's a way to start the new year. So comment down below, let me know your thoughts, concerns, criticisms. Do you run into this issue that you have to purge and you forget what you have, and then you just, you know, look back and you're just questioning why you do things the way you do? Because, well, I tend to do that a lot. But anyways, have you ever had the experience where you've gone back and gone through your stuff and find some really cool discoveries on like, whoa, I can't believe I had this, or I've been looking for this forever? I've definitely had that. Ryzen 5 5600, totally forgot about it. So if you like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and as always, we'll see what we come up with next.